Hi y'all. I got my camera set up. I hope that you can see me and I hope it's not glitching real bad. But hey, peace, love, and light. You already know who it is. It's your goddess Janae Alexandra. We're blooming beautifully as we all evolve together. Come on into the room, family. Come on in, come on in. Uh whew, it's a day. I'm just here with my community to see if you guys are still present in the YouTube world. All right. I'm gonna be looking over here, to look at the comments, and I'm gonna look over here because this is the camera, of course. So today, something dropped, which is the documentary that myself and a lot of other people, wonderful people, have been involved in, and of course, is about our experience dealing with the Cult of Nature Boy. The documentary is called The Cult of Nature Boy and is now streaming on Hulu. Okay. One thing I gotta say is I have not watched it yet. And I wanted to get your opinions. Like, if you have watched it, if you have been, binging, or, it's still early, everyone hasn't gotten a chance to watch it yet. Because people are at work and, but some people have watched it last night when as soon as it dropped. So I'm just here to remind you guys that's coming out, or it's already came out. And where is it? Could have sworn I had it. That's the only thing I need to. I bought it. I'll put it downstairs. But I have. Hey, Miss No Name, what's going on? Miss No Name. I have went ahead and rewritten my book. I rewrote my book. Okay. I rewrote my book, and it's called Lesson Learned. All right. Lesson Learned is now have a second edition to it. So it has an added chapter. I added some few details to certain chapters. It is now more so grammatically correct because the editing wasn't done as correctly last time. So now it's I corrected it and basically, I wanted to give more details into certain things and get more into my perspective now that I've, healed a little bit more, now that I've grown and changed, and I have a keen understanding for things now. I haven't started yet. I will tonight. Only saw the trailer. And the trailer itself is beautiful. The trailer itself is like, wow. I am so I'm excited but also nervous at the same time. You know, Let me know if you can hear me like loud enough because I placed a mic on right here, my camera, and I want to make sure that, it's coming very loud around, And also tell me if it's glitching at all because I love my setup. I do, but at the same breath, I if I need to like switch to another camera or a different setup, that's what I'm gonna do because I have other things scheduled today. For instance, I had certain podcasts scheduled today. I had like three things scheduled today, and two of them out of those three things got canceled last minute. So that's why I'm here with you guys right now. Um, and so today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be seeing me and the newscast on ABC News, chop it up, and talk about certain things when it comes down to, what the experiences I went through and all that jazz. So, be prepared for that. Today at 3 p.m., I'll be live with ABC News. Okay? Let's see. Yes, and you're good and clear. Oh, good, good, awesome, great, 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 great. Sounds good. Picture is not clear, and man, is it not that clear for real? Let's see. I don't know if there's any way I can up the video quality. Oh, yep, standard definition. That's why. Let's go high definition. High definition. Okay. So I went high definition. Let me know if that's better. Okay. Good day, beautiful. Thank you. Let's see. Wish I could have crossed your path in Arizona. Aw, so sweet. I've been there for like a year. I was there for, yeah, not even like, I was there for a full year, you know. But, you know, it is what it is. Maybe at another time, you know, in another frequency, in another vibe, another state, whatever. You never know. You never know what can happen, you know, after this. So yeah, that's all I wanted to basically, you know, say and come on here and, you know, say is basically the documentary's out. I wanted to see, now I see it glitching. Did you like the state? Yeah, I actually liked Arizona better than any other place I've been, you know, because of the certain things. Um, Not any other place. Like Thailand was my favorite place to go. But yeah, I like Arizona because of many things, you know, very many things. The weather, the people, the culture, because, you know, I think it's primarily Mexican there. Or that's what I've seen, like a lot of Mexican people there, you know. So I liked the food. I liked the that this being able to go outside and walk outside even in winter, you know. And but the scorching hot, I didn't really mind that either. You know, I like hot places because I'm Jamaican, so you know the hot don't bother me. Yeah, I loved Arizona. Arizona was pretty nice. But yes, 3 p.m. y'all, Eastern Standard Time. Let's see. Still blurry and pixelated. That's weird. Is it blurry and pixelated for anyone else? Because what's the point of getting a vlogging camera if the vlog ain't vlogging? Like, what's the point? I'm doing my best here to figure all this out. You know, this is why I purchased this whole setup for things to be a good. It's not. So it's still blurry and still pixelated. That sucks because I really like how my camera looks. You know, I really, really like it. What I'm looking at right now is pretty darn good, but on your side is not. So you have absolutely had clear videos. Yeah, I have, and I need to keep it that way. That's why I got the setup so I can start doing more videos, you know, and I didn't. I didn't start doing any more videos. I just got caught up with life, went through a whole depression. Yeah, like I wanted to talk to you guys about that, but that could be another day. I went through a lot, man. I was like, I don't know. And then you have your mind, whenever you're ready for greatness to happen, it sometimes, you know, try to make it seem like you're not ready, you know? So, yeah, it is what it is. Do you still have IG? I do. The only reason I went from IG to YouTube is because the IG was like breaking up because of where I'm at right now. I'm in the highest room in the house. And because of that, you know, I don't know why, but the Wi-Fi tends to act up here. You know, it could be the ghost. I'm kidding. But but it's just like, yeah, I don't know why it sometimes act up. So basically I went from IG because IG was telling me the poor connection, da 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 da. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I went from that to here to see if the connection will be fine. Maybe it has something, the blurriness have to do with the connection. So, oh my goodness. Oh, and my IG is basically Janae Alexandria. Janae.Alexandria if you want to know what my IG is. Okay. Doopy, hey. Medea, what does Doopy mean? Oh, Duppy. I said Doopy. Yeah, that's not nothing uncommon around these parts. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I got time. And how you doing, Medea? How you feeling today? I like I was telling everybody, I haven't watched the documentary yet. Yes. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I told myself I wanted to watch it with family. I've been fasting. I've been, doing my breath to breathe. But I've also been getting clarity about my life, going through my own emotions, all that. Is it still blurry and still pixely? Because if so, I might just switch to cameras. And I was gonna have to lose this the high definition quality that I'm seeing over here. I see it over here. But yeah, we both know that your protection, the Duffy. Yeah, it's just family. It's just ancestors, family, friends, whatever, whoever my grandma lost, throughout the years. My grandma, my great grandma, like just yeah, like ancestors. You can just feel them. It's going in and out. Ah, okay, fine. I'm gonna have to change it, rearrange it. My goodness. All right, man. Let's go. Let's do this. All right. There we go. I don't like living under your spotlight. Just because you think I might find somebody worthy. All right. So I guess we're gonna be like this. Which one do you guys like better? Is it better this way? Can you just see I'm not glitching, it's not pixely, still blurry? Fudge cakes. You know what? Maybe it's Is it blurry still? I think cleaning it helped. I'm glad I did this. So I can know before it's the Wi-Fi. What Wi-Fi am I on? Am I on my own hotspot? I knew it. I'm on my hotspot. Silly goose. But no, actually, no, I'm not on my hotspot. Beeps. It's just the Wi-Fi. Man, oh man, that sucks. I wonder how I'll do on my hotspot. I don't think it'll be better. I don't think so. And let's see. The Wi-Fi. Looks like you're in the 90s. Like a video is old. That sucks, man. What's the point of buying all this stuff if it's just not going to work? Doesn't make sense. What do you mean? Anyway, it's okay. I think I missed somebody's comment up here. Yeah, switch the cameras. Yes. Janae Nature Boy knew something was going to happen to him. Yeah, I guess so. He kept talking about it. I guess so. I keep saying the real niggas was in jail and stuff, and he, like I said before in one of these interviews way back in the past, did some kind of death pact or something like that. If he goes, is anyone gonna go with him? Like type shit. So just I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. I guess he knew. He was not. What's the word I'm looking for? He was not somebody who had intuition and couldn't channel, check the Wi-Fi, plug it and replug it. I'm afraid if I do that, I'm gonna knock something out and then I won't have anything going on for today. Fuck, man. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Is it that bad? For real? Is that bad? I never forget it was Saturday rising when I never forget he lined them all up and asked them something of it. Would you stay together? Oh yeah, was that live? It's fine. Thank you, Medea. I knew it eventually. It was about to come to an end. You and everyone else, I guess, because I didn't. I had no idea all this was gonna happen. You look beautiful, Janae. As usual, God bless you and your family. I give thanks, logical thinking. Thank you. It's time for me to build a new family, y'all. It's time for me to get a husband. Baby, where the heck is my husband? What's taking him so long to find me? Because he who finds a wife finds a good thing. I'm not saying I haven't found nobody, but whatever. Is that how it looks, Medea? Oh my gosh. No flipping way, man. No flipping way. Thank you so much for sending me a screenshot. That's crazy. All right, I'm about to switch it over back to the camera, and you just let me take a screenshot of how it looks afterwards for me, please. Please, please, please do that. I would love for it. Let me see. This is high definition too for the camera. Like what do you mean high definition? Maybe I need to get a new laptop or something. Yeah, that's probably what it is, because this laptop is not it's not the oldest, but it's not the newest model. Yeah. Baby, where is my husband? What's taking him so long to find me? Oh, baby. Where the hell's my lover? Getting down with another. Oh my God. He should holla. You're a test of my patience. My. I wanna. I would like a ring. I would like a ring. I would like a diamond ring on my wedding finger. I would like a big shining diamond that I could wave around and talk about it. And when the day is here, forgive me, Lord, I can never doubt it. Y'all know that song? All right, I'm gonna switch over. This man is testing me. Help me, Lord. I need you to tell me, baby. Where the heck is my husband? What's taking him so long? Okay, how's this look? I see it on my end. It looks amazing on my end. It looks great. I mean, it might be a little bit blurry, but it's not like OD blurry. It's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. Okay. Let me know. But yeah. It's time for me to start a new family, y'all. Everyone else doing it. And it's not why I want to do it. Absolutely not. But I'm just saying, like, I've been feeling for the past, 2 years, I want to start my another family. But it is what it is. We'll see what God has for me. It's time to start me a family. Oh, hell nah. This shit's horrible. Absolutely not. Oh, no. That pisses me off. Oh, my gosh. I'm switching to Wi-Fi. That pisses me off so bad. I might get disconnected because I'm about to do this. So let's see. Thank y'all so much for staying with me throughout this tomfoolery business. I would like a ring, I would like a ring, I would like a diamond ring on my wedding finger. I would like a big shiny diamond. I can want to talk about it. All right, so I switched to Wi-Fi. I switched the Wi-Fi. No, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What in the world? All right, thank you, Medea. That's it. I appreciate you, goddess. I'm done asking of the services. I just are you fucking serious? No, it's not supposed to see. Okay, let me see if I could take a picture of myself and show you guys how I see myself looking at y'all. Okay, that's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Let me put myself in the camera. This is what I see. Oh, this is what I see. That's what I see. That's how clear it looks to me. Can you see how clear it? Of course you can't see how clear it looks. What was I just thinking? Duh, because it's still blurry on your end. That doesn't make sense, Janae. All right, let's see. This is pissing me off. Well, I'm just trying to be great. I'm just trying to be great. That's all. Would it even make a difference if I plugged out the Wi-Fi? If I plugged it out? Would it? Thank you. Thank you, Medea. Whatever I did made it better. Fudge, I don't know what I did. I switched to my hotspot. So this is not my hotspot. This is, you know what? Maybe I need to just focus. Maybe I just need to focus the camera, bring it closer. What if I focus the camera, bring it closer? Is that better? What do you guys think? Is that better? This is stupid. I'm so sorry. This is ridiculous. I should have did this before I came on here. But this is ridiculous, man. At least y'all got to see my personality in full effect. Like, this shit is crazy to me. It's ridiculous. Oh my gosh. But anyway, moving forward, I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do for the next 3 hours. I have certain things I have to do anyway. It just sucks because I had things scheduled and it got canceled. So now I gotta like do stuff around the house and stuff. And finish some projects and videos that I have to do. But at least I'm getting this together. At least I'm getting this together right now. It's getting clear and better. Thank you so much for those who have, stayed on here throughout this whole debacle. This whole thing. Like, I don't know what's going on. Hopefully it's still clear. And hopefully by the time 3 p.m. comes, that this will just look amazing, But I appreciate everyone here. I'm going to go ahead and go now. thank you guys for showing up. I wanted to just continue to show up for my community as well. I keep saying that, and for some reason, like I said, I went through a lot of things in January. Before my birthday, I found out that one of my ex-boyfriends died a day before my birthday. And I went through a really bad depressive stage, because I don't know, I loved this guy. I loved this man. And even though he was my ex, and he moved on with his life and I moved on with my life, there was something, it felt something, I felt something inside of me, like, and I felt something within my hands as if like I just lost somebody, that was really important to me, like family, like soul family. And after that, I had to take some time to heal, and I went through some really toxic habits, drinking and all this other stuff, and you know, eating a lot, gained weight, gained acne, all that. Like it was spacing out. I needed help mentally around that time. And of course, the Most High granted me certain souls into my life that helped me through that process, which I'm very grateful for. Very grateful for these souls. Um, yeah, it's okay. It is what it is. He's an angel now, and and I was seeing him everywhere, and it was crazy for me. I didn't know what I was experiencing. A lot of people go through a lot of things, and people have lost people in their lives, but for me, I haven't lost so many people in my life thus far. I did lose my grandpa like years ago, and there's some people that some family members that has passed, but you know, you know how people really influence your life and affect you. And so when they're gone, it really feels like you can't believe it. It feels like a part of you was gone. You know, and yeah, so I was trying to figure out all these emotions and deal with it, and it was up until like March where I started to really like get back on my shit for real. February was nice because I had somebody helping me through it. But March is when I was just like, okay, I'm like, I think I'm being getting better with certain things. It was a tough time. So we're now in April, at the end of April, going into May actually. And I'm just like, you know what? I think it's time for me to continuously do what I say I was gonna do and show up. But there's a part of me that wants to continuously stay private, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to stay private, but I'm also now still going through emotions and going through this whole process of, you know, the documentary coming out, and me being reminded through all these interviews that I'm doing of the trauma that I went through as another individual. Like I was literally somebody else. I was Natiri. Oh. And going looking back at certain things, like looking into hood horrors, docu-series to help me remember things before I watch the interviews, or before I go into the interviews and watch the documentary, the real documentary with Zenlin. It made me like remember a lot, and made me like put myself back into how I felt back then. And it hasn't been easy for me at all. Yeah, it's not been easy. It's not has not been easy. And I really, truly, desperately need a friend right now. And I have friends. They're here for me. My family's here for me. So, yeah. Sometimes you want the people that you really love to be there for you, and sometimes just not, because they choose to do their own thing and do whatever they want to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going through, right? So I'm grateful for who I have, though. I am so grateful for who I have checking in on me and making sure they're doing their rounds, and you know holding me through the process. And I chose not to watch the documentary right now until I'm around like my family to help me, excuse me, support me through what I might feel watching it. I don't know what I'm gonna feel watching it. I don't. I have no idea. I don't even remember what I said back in that state of mind. You know. So yeah, I'm excited about it, but I had to realize how a little bit it could be traumatizing going back into it, you know, but at the same breath it's not really that traumatizing because I've healed and I've went through my therapy. I've, gotten my perspectives. I've, forgave myself. I, am in a whole nother vibrational frequency. I'm a whole nother person. I'm literally just being myself, so yeah, I'm gonna go into these comments now. My apologies. Did you go to his funeral? I went to his balloon releasing ceremony, but I did not go to the funeral, and I regret that. I regretted. Also, I regretted that because I don't want to continuously own their regret. I didn't go to his funeral because the night prior, I went out, of course, but the night prior I was crying all these tears for him. I was crying. Me and one of his friends had met up, and he showed me a lot of his videos of him, and it was just how I felt was just like, wow, like ain't no way he's gone. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, what are you talking about? What are you really telling me right now? Like, it doesn't make sense, you know? And when I didn't go to the funeral, I was regretting it in that moment because I could have, I could have stood strong. I didn't want to see him in the coffin. I didn't want to believe he was gone. I didn't want to believe he was dead. And regret was filling me up because I chose not to speak to him before he died. He reached out in a weird manner, but he still reached out, and I didn't reach back out. And that taught me a lesson, in certain things. So I'm just like, okay. Love out loud. Never be afraid to love and show love to people, especially even if they're somebody from your past, because you never know when they're going to go. That hit me hard when I didn't go to the funeral and I stayed home and wailed. I've never wailed in my life. I've never wailed in my life. And I went to that bathroom and I wailed. I'm like, man, this must have been a so deep love I had for this person. Of course, I wasn't going to be with him because of, certain things, but it doesn't take away the love and care that you have for somebody, and that's why I just feel like, people get into these situations and relationships and put these titles and names on things, and we forget that we're just beings connecting to each other, and we all are connected in some type of way. It just felt like he was connected to me in a deep level, and I ignored that connection for a very long time until he was gone. And even when he was physically gone, he wasn't gone. He visited me plenty of times. So I was going through it mentally because I'm like, what is going on? Supernatural things are happening right now. So that's a whole other story. But yeah, I needed a friend about that time. I did. And I kept seeing, even now, 1212 on my phone, synchronicities just to show me that he's still here. Like the phone would ring out of nowhere, or dings or rings would happen, and, or a number of synchronicities, and it will just be like, oh, that's him, saying that, he's here, so yeah, it just widened my perspective about life itself. Everything is still teaching us, our situations are still teaching us about this world and what it truly is. Certain people believe certain beliefs. Some people say people go to heaven, hell, whatever like that. Energy is not, destroyed, it's just transferred, but I truly believe in angels. 100%, 110%, because it's something I've definitely experienced. So I guess these things happen for me to tell you guys also what I've experienced in a way. It's trauma. Let's see. I don't know what's traumological thinking. Hey, beautiful. I've followed this in real time since 2017, and I watched the documentary. So proud of you for standing up and taking that monster down. Take your time to heal, baby girl. I appreciate that, cat eyes. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I haven't watched the documentary yet. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure it's a wonderful production. I just feel like, I like I said, I want to watch it with my family. But maybe I should just, look at an episode right now, like while I'm waiting, just so I can go on this news podcast broadcast, prepared. I don't know. Um, I'm trying to figure this out. I might just wait until later. Yeah, I'll just wait until later. But yeah, I'm glad that you been following us for that long, and I'm glad you see everything unfold, and you know you we saw justice got served. Finally. You can do a funeral, but not you can do a funeral, but not the burial. Yeah. His shell was cremated, so you know. And when I say shell, I mean the body, of course, because I'm speaking in spiritual terms here, like the energy. We are basically the energy, but this is just a shell. This is the vessel. He was cremated, so there's no way ever, you know, really see him in that form ever, or going to visit a gravesite ever again in that way. Um, but I could probably, all I do is send love, in the spirit, and that's it. And it's received. And that's it. I move on with my life. I got better. It's not like, we were together, but at the same breath, when you really deeply, truly love people, like how I love people, I really deeply love people. And I feel them. I don't know how to explain this immaculate sense of feeling that I have, like feeling the connections within this whole world, like feeling that everyone is one. I can feel that, and it just felt like something was like you know, like he wasn't here, but he's here. You know, so yeah, I honestly feel like people live within you. They live in your heart, and I don't know how to explain that because I know it sounds cliche, but they don't really leave. You see them in your memories, and it's kind of like how the Navi people in Avatar, they connect to that tree of souls, and they're able to experience people through this tree of souls. Like you can experience people through your imagination. You know, they say that the imagination is the realm of God. So if I want to see him, I go to my imagination. If I want to see my grandpa, my grandma, whatever, I'll just go within my imagination. And it's not like, are you a Leo? Because I love hard myself. He was a Leo. I'm not a Leo. I am a fifth house moon. So my moon is in the fifth house, which is the fifth house is Leo. So I have Leo energy. Leo energy is what I have and what I admit. But I'm not a, full on Leo, And also I have a Potter Fortune in the fifth house as well. So that's also Leo energy. The Trump, excuse me. Oh, sounds like someone needs to say something. The trauma was in response to the statement when you said a few minutes ago about revisiting the feelings you had in the cult. As you watched the documentary and needing family for support. I believe so. Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like maybe yeah. Like I probably don't, but I just to be safe, you know. Um, yeah, because even looking at Hood Horrors have its own docu series on YouTube, right? Even looking at Hood Horrors, I went into this space and started feeling something, you know? I started feeling like weird. Like, honestly, when I say I do not remember doing certain things, sometimes I don't even remember doing certain things. I'm looking at myself doing it. No one understands that. You know what I'm saying? Like our minds were that far gone. We weren't conscious of doing things. We just did it. Like robots. Programmed robots. That's a scary feeling to embody, to feel, sometimes. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, I need to have some support. Like no one, they just, everybody's watching this, and I'm glad that they have awareness to it, but it's just like, to go through that, it's a whole nother feeling. And to be out of that is like, dang, like what happened? What happened? Like what? That's how it was. So yeah. Hey, is the show where is the show streaming from? It's streaming from Hulu. Hulu, which is Disney Plus, on Disney Plus, but also on Hulu too. But if you have Disney Plus, you can have Hulu as well, I think, because that's what I got. I got Disney. So I'll be streaming it from my Disney Plus account. But yeah, you can find it on Hulu. Let's see if. Wow. Wait, hold on. Today. So this is not. Okay, so I don't think I will be on ABC News today. So the ABC News Live is canceled. I'll be on a podcast today. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. Because I literally got this outfit for ABC News. I'm gonna have to get something else. I was trying to look professional in my own way. No boobies showing, really, like my shoulders all covered up. And I just got an email for how beautiful Zenland is. I just got an email for therapy. So I will be enrolling myself back into therapy again. Oh, that's wonderful. Let me go ahead. Which is wonderful around this time. Hulu streaming, yep. Yeah, I was a part of the group working to bring him down, calling the embassies, etc. Don't feel bad because we could see you were all not acting from your own free will. Yeah, and that's a thing which sometimes triggers me a little bit when I do see comments like they were all grown. They made their own choices. Like they knew what was going on, da 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 da. No, we didn't. At least some of us didn't. I majority 99.9%. I believe that 100% because I lived through it, man. Like I'm not just sitting here doing my own thing. Like, ooh, excuse me. Ooh. excuse me, because it's like, wow, when you're on this side now, you're like, wow. I remember watching a video and he was telling me something about I was getting it tonight, and I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Literally, I'm looking at myself like, but that's not how I felt. But why am I telling him that? Why am I moving in that way? I was looking at myself like, who is that? Scary, scary stuff. No one understands that. But people want to say they were all grown people. They had their own mind. This was really young adults. I'm 31 years old now, but young adults growing up with this man, literally being mind controlled and manipulated by this man, literally, and have so many fear taxes placed on them, like probably on a daily basis, and living their lives. And now that's not their life anymore. It's literally what he wants us to be. That's scary. No one understands that. Like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, do anyone understand that's a scary thing to be a part of? I'm sorry, I'm saying that because I feel heat coming from my chest. Like, dang, that's like wild, very wild, very wild. And it's great that I can talk to you from this point, like from the outside looking in. Like, I'm not even outside. Like, I'm not in that anymore. So I'm like, I could tell you what I experienced in the best way I can. Hopefully, in the best way I can, so you can grasp a wider perspective, a better view. Let's say that, because you can't really, I don't think you can empathize because you haven't been through it. But man, it was crazy. It was absolutely nuts. And I'm glad I can be myself. you know? Why do you think that so many of you guys don't connect with each other? Because I don't know. Well, what can we, for some of us, what can we really talk about? What is there to talk about other than the trauma? That's a trauma bond. What else can we talk about other than the trauma? Like, some of us, we just didn't relate in many ways. We just lived together. But some of us, we did relate in certain ways. So I don't know what can we do together other than reminisce on the things that we went through that was traumatic to our whole being. Maybe we can sing. Like, I can meet up with somebody and start singing and doing some purpose, and we don't even have to talk about nature war at all. We can just be, cool and cordial. But that's one in a dozen. So I mean, I'm not sure why we don't all connect anymore. It would be cool to connect at one point. I would love to connect with some of them. They just want to be wherever they are in their own lives, and that's respected. Trust me, after going through what they went through, what we went through. So yeah, I don't know. I would love to connect with some of them, though. I have a few in mind I would love to connect with. I just feel like it would be nice for you guys to help each other to process. Yeah, and you guys will see me connecting with one or two of them soon. I won't be disclosing who it is, but I will say that some people have contacted me, and I'm excited to see them and hang out with them and do our thing, like see where we can connect the most, together, and where we can relate without it being about Nature Boy. That'll be awesome. Let's see how we can connect through purpose. And when I tell you I was celebrating when the guilty verdict finally came. Yeah, I like everyone else, because they did see a lot of us go through a lot of trauma, and he was really, really a bad person. So of course people want to see bad people get locked away, and I'm glad that it was able to give a lot of us some relief. Exactly, because it was one time I spoke to him about joining. I'm glad he didn't join. Glad he didn't join. Man still want to Dress nice. Some contacts also record videos. Yeah. I'm still gonna do that. Thank you for that saying that though. People don't realize what a cult can do to your mind. They don't. And hopefully this can bring more, this documentary, The Cult of Medjugorje. I don't know if they brought in the cult expert or not. I don't know if, anything. I don't know about anything what's going on. And I'm excited to see. But hopefully it can give more perspective on what happens to our minds dealing with that type of thing. You know, it doesn't belong to you anymore. I don't know how to explain that other than that is not your mind anymore. Is not for you to control, but you still have that little conscience. That little conscience, and if you hone into that little conscience long enough, it starts to grow back bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you can start to, conquer your own mind again. But you have to get through the hurdles of the fear tactics, the humiliation rituals. Excuse me, sometimes I can't say words. Humiliation rituals, and you have to get through, like I said, the fear tactics, and you have to get through manipulation. You have to get through the trauma, the abuse, everything. You got to get through that just to get back to your own consciousness, just to hear that voice again. You're gonna have to say, have to like push through. I don't know how to explain it, but push through. I remember when I was hit and abused, I had to push through. I had to cancel out all the thoughts that he instilled in us and silence those thoughts, silence his voice in my mind. Whew! I had to silence his voice in my mind so I can get back to my voice. And that was a battle. The internal battle that was is, so yeah, excuse me. Whoa, calm down, Janae. You just got triggered out of nowhere. Chill out your head. You're fine. You're fine. It was a process. That's what I'm trying to say. That is embarrassing. Triggers online, that is embarrassing. And then you just breathe it out because it's not happening anymore. So you're just grateful and you're blessed to be here. Then you come back present. The traumas, the triggers come from staying in the past. Sometimes you're in the mind. The mind can play tricks on you to go back in the past, and you're there and you get scared, but it's like, no, you're not there no more. You're here now. So you're fine. You're protected. You're safe. It's about regulating the nervous system as well, getting back to a state of balance and equilibrium in yourself by breathing. And sometimes I do affirmations in my mind. I am safe. I'm secure. And then my angels help me. My spirit, my own spirit, my own consciousness help me. By talking to me. Excuse me if I cry because it's such a beautiful thing. God lives within us. And this spirit of love, when you hold on to it long enough, it gets more powerful. And this spirit of love starts to guide you. When you're listening to, if you was in a cult and you listen to Nature Boy, sometimes you can't be connected to that spirit, and that's the most. And I say sometimes because there's good times and there's really horrible times. But listening to what he always wanted, even if it goes against your own will and your own well-being, you're not able to hone into that feeling and that spirit of love. Because that spirit of love would tell you otherwise not to follow him, but not to listen. So getting back to that spirit and hearing it and feeling it, it's so relieving. It's so beautiful. It's powerful. It's a milestone. It's like you conquered. And you have to give yourself props for that. It's a conquering feeling, a conquering moment. I hope I can explain that correctly. Whew, shit. That was something intense just a while ago. You guys just saw me go through the whole process of getting myself out of the trigger. and honing into love again. My love. My love. This is me, my love, my God within me. Loves me. God loves me. That's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. Ooh, anyway, so I've been in a cult. You guys were possessed. Man, that's some interesting. That's an interesting. I'm gonna bring some people up. That's an interesting perspective to have. Lovely. Oh goodness, excuse me. I'm trying not to like get my makeup all smudged and stuff. So stopping myself from crying right now is needs to happen right now. Chill out, girl. You're good. You're safe, girl. Let's see. I'm gonna post this in here. It's a beautiful feeling, man. To be at a space of be healed, be more healed than you were before. And just because I'm crying doesn't mean like I'm not completely healed. Sometimes you gotta release and understand. I'm just a deep feeler, and I feel like I love this feeling of love within myself, man. I give reverence to God in everything I do. Like, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful for the spirit of love, man. Like, love loves me, and I love love. Love lives within me. I love myself for real. I love me for real, and I can say that. Let's see. You really look at Jim Jones in the Walkers. Yeah, I've seen that. I have. We all wanted it to be true, and it was hard to realize when it wasn't. Exactly. Very much so. It was very hard. Very hard to even. It's hard to even accept that it's not what it is, because you've put so much time and effort into believing that it is, and pushing for the potential it could be. And then you just gotta accept it. And it's hard. It's hard. Acceptance is hard sometimes, but it gets you where you need to go. It gets you to your next chapter. Acceptance. Isn't acceptance, yeah, in my book I wrote about it, is the 5 stages. And acceptance, excuse me, is the last stage. And that's when you're able to begin your new chapter. Your new perspective. Your new chapter is always going to be a new perspective. You're always going to see a new perspective in a new chapter. Excuse me. I believe it's true people can be brainwashed. Yep. Experienced it. I think a lot has to do with guilt for what they participated in. But again, nobody was acting from their own free will except Eligio. Yeah. Excuse me, I have not. I'm sorry that I'm so backed up on comments right now. The cult that I was in caused me so much mental damage. I was in mental hospital several times. It was scary. It felt like they were reading my mind and following me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Starseed. That sounds so scary. Jeez. You definitely, if you want to come up and talk about it, you can. When first saw Ruthless, I said, oh my God, this is Nature Boy. I haven't watched Ruthless. People always saying that though. I'm glad Starseed got out too. It was mind games. Nature Boy kept y'all on edge with the chaos and fear tactics on a consistent basis. Yeah, and it just feels like walking on eggshells so many times in life. Like literally going through our days walking on eggshells. It's not fun. You're so strong. Thank you. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you too, sweet one. How are you? I'm doing well. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you. Well, you keep speaking out and it will help others hopefully avoid the same. Absolutely. That's exactly what I'm doing it for. Is to spread awareness around these parts. The first sign of feeling like the cult was the truth was how they made me feel they were reading my mind. I thought it was so beautiful that I found the truth. One thing we all have in common. Exactly. Sounds like you already know what it is. PTSD is real. The triggers are real. I have it and it's not a joke, man. The hardest thing ever had to deal with. You know what I learned last night? People who go through trauma and hard experiences in life, they grow intelligence from that, emotional intelligence. And they call it, psychologist is this, I think it's a new term or whatever. I don't think it's a new term, but maybe. They call it trauma intelligence, you know, where they're able to identify trauma when they see it or before it even happens. And they're able to, maneuver correctly to, help them stay away from it or, also help others do it, and they develop a stronger sense of emotional intelligence as well, to where they're able to alchemize, situations and become, proficient problem solvers in a moment, you know. So there's always balance in the world, and there's a good side to certain things. So like going through trauma, you develop this new sense of intelligence around certain things, which is cool. This spirit of grace is so precious. Absolutely. Don't watch Ruthless. It's hard to watch. Eh, okay. I don't know where to even find it. Just saw the documentary on Hulu. Very proud of you. Peace and many blessings. Give thanks. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the love and support y'all have been giving me. If no one wants to come up, that is fine. It's getting cold in here because I have the window up. I've got to go get my life together by sorting out my clothes, my laundry that needs to be folded. If you got laundry you guys need to fold that laundry, girl or guy. And I have projects I have to do before this podcast. On this podcast, on this podcast. Okay, so it's gonna be at 3 p.m. That sucks. I don't know when I'm gonna be on ABC News anymore, but we'll see. But tonight, I know that tonight, and I'm able to promote it because they said I am. I'm gonna be tonight. I'll be on Nightline for ABC News, and they will be airing my interview that I did with them yesterday. So if you want to catch that tonight, then yeah. All right, Chanel. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Hold on, let me see if I can turn on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Shoot, what is going on? I feel like I can't hear you, but go ahead.
Are you gonna call CBS and ask them why they cancel the interview? Is it another
I'm
date or
sorry, I
time?
can't hear you. Let me go ahead and
Are you
see.
gonna call CBS and ask them why they canceled the interview for today? Would it be another day or time? Can you hear me?
Say that one more. Let me.
Or
Uh,
are you gonna call CBS network and ask them why did they cancel for today? Will it be another date and time?
it was actually ABC, and it was some breaking
I'm
news that
sorry,
came about.
ABC.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
I can only hear you from my laptop, so my apologies.
I heard all about the tea. That was most of her videos.
What was that?
I heard about that documentary that was most of all about the tea videos. So I guess she has something to do with the network, and that's her thing.
Well, so the T, she basically
She
gave
basically
them.
created it, and that's um her lifeline, and she does that.
Oh
I
man, I
think she
cannot hear you.
she probably produced it and everything, and Hulu decided to put it on their network.
I'm sorry, Goddess. Give me 1 second to fix this because I don't know why I can't hear you. Like it's so low. So I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong. Give me one
Go
second,
to the
please.
volume.
I did. I don't know what's going on with that. So let me try a different way. System settings. Who is that? Okay, so audio is gonna be. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, give me 1 second. I know what's going on here.
Can you hear me now? Hello? Can't hear you.
Now?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I heard all
Okay,
about the tea.
so
Those were her videos. And that's what she does.
yes,
So I
yeah,
don't know.
like
I'm
she,
sure she produced it or something, and Hulu took taking it to broadcast it. Cause somebody said, "How can Nature Boy put out a documentary here in jail?" He had to sign for it, but obviously he didn't.
so all right, my love. So the verdict, when the verdict was given to Nature Boy, the judge herself said
No, I'm talking
he's not
about
allowed to.
the documentary. How can they put out a documentary about him and he's incarcerated? And I just felt he had to sign for one of his so-called wives. What I'm saying, I'm not talking about the verdict because he the one was the fool. They offered him 20 years. He didn't take it. He made himself get life.
Yeah, he's not allowed to do any book deals or documentaries or anything. But this documentary is kind of like also highlighting what the victims went through. You know, the victims' perspective, and not even just the victims, but the content creators that recorded him and
Hmm.
documented him for a while. So I believe that's where the angle is coming from. So that's, you know, if that answers the question.
Yeah, because I heard it was all about the tea. The majority, because she was on the case just as much as what's the other skinny guy? Dang, I can't think of his name right now. I used to watch all of that. I saw all the interviews.
T,
All about the tea. It was supposed to be about her videos mostly. I'm not sure. What's the skinny guy? What was his name?
skinny guy.
Yeah, black guy that he was really on Nature Boy. What was his name? He was a slim guy, went to prison, did time, and he was always about Nature Boy.
Who?
I can't think of his name. They used to do all the videos also. But you
Oh,
interviewed with. Who am I
World
talking about?
News.
World
Someone
News.
said World News. Is that
Yeah, World News. Yes.
okay? So what about him?
I'm just saying he did a lot of his videos too for years. Also, all about the tea, but really, I heard the documentary was really about her videos. And it's because she interviewed you.
Okay, so let me. I'm gonna clear this up, for in my perspective. Okay, so the T provided a lot of documentation of what Nature Boy was doing in the cult without commentary, without being rude or disrespectful about to the victims, and
Yes, I love her.
just a
I'm
lot of
not saying
So I
nothing
don't think
negative about her.
that any of, and this is just all due respect, and because this is what I've seen. A lot of his stuff has had a lot of commentary on it, and you would bring people up while watching certain things. And this is what I've seen, what from back in the day, from years ago. I don't think they could have used that. I don't know. Maybe they could have, but
That's what I heard. I didn't see it either because I don't watch television. I meant to watch that because can't you get Hulu for free on small televisions? They have Hulu, all that on there. And I didn't even know it was a Disney Plus you could get it on until you said that.
hmm it's either Hulu by itself or Disney Plus with Hulu. You get the subscription for
No,
both.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
gonna
I
say
heard that earlier today when somebody watched it. That was their commentary about it. I don't know. I wasn't there and I didn't watch it. But that's what was said.
okay. So you said that it was all about T in the documentary. I
Yes, it
haven't
was.
watched it yet, so
I haven't
I
watched
doubt
it
it.
either. But that's
Okay,
what
so what?
somebody that watched it said. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't know. I didn't watch it.
Okay, so whenever you do watch it, just let me
I
know
don't
what you
think I'm gonna
think.
watch it if it ain't free.
You can sign up for Hulu for free for the free trial and then cancel it.
Okay. I don't watch television. Even though I see Hulu, I don't watch television.
Do you watch
But
do you watch like
mm,
YouTube videos?
on my phone, iPad, on my laptop.
It's like basically the same thing. It's not This is not like really TV. It's kind of just
Yeah, I
you
know. It's
pulling up a
like
movie.
the other one that people talk about that's going up. I just don't watch television. I put all my money, not all my money, but all my time into YouTube if I watch anything.
Do you
But I
watch
was
you do you
told
have
by someone earlier today they watched it and it was mostly about all about the T video. That's all I'm saying. If it's true or not, I don't know. I love her. She never did no
Of
wrong.
course.
She was not biased. She was just telling her truth. The
Right.
truth.
And
That's all
all
I'm
about
saying.
T's, whatever they said, right? I know that's not what you're saying, that's what they said, but whatever they said, it's
Right.
all about the T's videos. And that doesn't make sense. It's literally Nature Boy's videos, the things that he put
That
up,
too.
but she
Mhm.
recorded it, like she documented it. So, you know, what do you mean it's all about the T's videos? Is literally what
I don't
he.
know. I didn't say that. I didn't watch it.
No, I'm saying I'm not saying you did.
Oh.
I'm just trying to make sense of what they're talking about. Like it doesn't make sense to
Oh,
me.
okay. I get
I'm
what you're
gonna
saying.
yeah.
Because you
It
don't see those videos anymore about him. Because
of
they erased, remember when they took the laptops and all, they erased all that stuff. So it had to come from somewhere. They keep it above. He erased all his evidence, remember? When the FBI
they
came in
took
there and
they
raided,
took his evidence.
right, and he erased it. He had them to erase those things.
Who told you
So it
that?
because I remember watching it when it happened.
Wait,
When
you
they
watched
came in
him.
there and grabbed, when they locked them all up, they had them all there, and they was grabbing the laptops and all that. And then that's when the first light skinned guy ran off, and then your child's father ran off. They erased all those evidence, remember?
Yeah, but I guess they
And
using
they
what
left,
he
and then he say the other guy took the monies and they left.
Yeah,
They went to
I know what
Mexico.
you're saying,
Those
but
videos were erased because they were evidence. But I just never forget this one Saturday. I got up, of course, I go on YouTube whenever I get settled. And I never forget he was in that house. He lined them all up from the staircase down to the stairwells. And he knew, like, God, evil people or anybody know. Like some people know it's going to be the end, even though they're sick or not. Like something's going to bad happen to them. I never forget him talking to them. And he started with the ladies. He said, "If something was to happen to me, would y'all all stay together?" He asked all of the women's, and they
yes,
said
I was
no. I'll never forget that. And the spirit, I said, when I saw that I said to myself, something's getting ready to happen to him, and he can feel it, and he
there.
knew it.
Yeah,
And then
that's
they
why.
knew it. And when they bust in that house, they started deleting and erasing things. He tried to erase all his evidence.
Well, I mean, for what they do have is what
And
he
he made a
has.
fool out of himself because had he took the 20 years, he could have been out. But even though because of the nature of the case, or it's not well, he's a felony, but he could still probably get out. It depends on the state. Like Chicago, life is life, but not in Atlanta. But he could have taken
What do you
20
mean, like
years. Did he not get life? But he's in
he got like
Georgia.
yeah?
But read the guidelines. Life is not like in Missouri where I'm from, but I live on the East Coast now. Life ain't life. I knew a guy that got life, 99 years. He was out. He got out. But had he taken the 20 years, he would have got out a lot sooner. And he would have got some time served. Life is not always life. It depends on the state. Like Missouri, they still got the where you would get executed, where Illinois doesn't. Illinois opt out of taking someone's life. They offer time for time, year for year. If you get 60 years, you go do the whole 60 years. It doesn't mean Georgia, I never read the bylaws of it. Doesn't mean he's really going to do life. What I'm trying to say doesn't really mean he's going to do life. What I'm saying, but he did himself a disservice by not taking the plea when he could have got 20 years.
He could have got 5 years. He
Oh, I
could have
thought it
got
was 20.
there was a 7 year there was a 7 year plea deal at first. He already did two.
Oh wow,
He could have got five.
I
He
thought it
didn't
was
take it.
20.
Then it was 20, I believe, or then it
Oh
was
okay,
30 after some time.
I didn't even
So
know
it was
about the
just like
30.
at the time
I
it
didn't
got
even know about the
deeper.
5 or 7. I only knew about the 20. I used to watch it every day.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you because I, you
I
know,
know you
went
telling the
through it.
truth. I'm saying I didn't know
Yeah.
about that. What I'm saying.
Nah, I never said anything about the truth or anything like that because I already know
No,
I'm
I'm
saying it.
saying
But I
like you
just,
saying I didn't know they offer him 5 or 7 years. I only heard
yep,
about the
I'm
20.
telling
What
you
I'm
because that's
saying.
what
That's all I'm
they
saying.
discussed it with me first. That's why I
Oh,
know.
okay. Yeah, you do have to agree with it. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Hmm.
Wow, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, he could have got,
Dumbass.
it's just is his ego and his pride, and also not just he really felt like he did nothing wrong, and he thought that the universe would have his back.
Right.
So that's what it was. But yeah, I'm looking at the comments and I'm seeing a lot. You know, I did see that someone said everyone is in the documentary. It's not all about her. So whoever that other content creator was, or whoever told you that, that's false.
No, they didn't tell me
It's not.
that. No, sweetie, they didn't tell me that. That was on that video. I didn't talk to
I
no
was on their
person.
video.
Right. I don't
Oh,
talk to
that's
people behind the
crazy.
scene like that. I don't
I
talk to
don't.
people behind the scene, content creators behind the scene. I did that
Okay.
last year and she got me for so much money. Never again. No.
What?
I met her behind the
Oh,
scene, talked to her behind the scene, did things from the behind the scene. You gonna talk about me?
who?
I'm in a whole
Who?
nother sector. You would never know if I told you. That's why
Well,
it's not important. I'm just saying
because I
I
thought
don't deal with
you were
people.
talking
I
about
don't
tea.
deal with people. What I'm trying to say to you, I don't deal with people on YouTube behind the scene. And you saying like someone told me, no, it wasn't. Someone told me it
Oh,
was a
my
content
apologies.
creator.
My apologies. I misheard. You know.
No, there was a content creator, like you said, that reported on it, like you said. Exactly. I don't know her
Okay.
personally. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying.
Cool. Like so she's telling people that her perspective and her opinion. So
Right. Exactly.
whoever told you that through her video,
No, not
yeah.
me, but whoever
No, I'm
video
talking
was.
about in general. In
Right.
general, you know, I
Right.
know. I'm not. I can comprehend. I'm just saying in general. Whoever is telling people that it's all about the
Mhm.
tea, it's not. You know.
Oh, okay.
It. Yeah. But I appreciate you for being up here. I'm gonna go ahead and probably let you down now. It's
Okay.
I'm about to get off soon.
Okay, I'll drop
Yeah.
myself. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
love.
All right.
Peace. Okay, my loves. Interesting conversation. Whenever you guys do decide to watch the documentary, just let me know. I have my Instagram. You know, I have my post on my wall. You know, my YouTube wall as well. You can just drop a comment. Let me know how you feel about it. What you think. You know, what perspectives you now know more of. Like what did you learn from it? Like what you know. How did you see it? Learning about other people, them's perspectives on the situation as well. Just let me know. You know, my Instagram is Janae.Alexandria. Like I said, you can also comment on my YouTube wall, my post section. You can also comment on my videos and my photos there. I still have my goddess crown you made for me. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, it is adorable. I give thanks. Please wear them to the festivals this summer. Please do. Um, there are another content creator streaming at YouTube. Who's streaming it on YouTube? Can they get flagged for that? You know what? Who cares? I'm not. I'm just gonna, I watched the first episode. It's good to see everyone aware that it was a cult and they're in their right mind. Exactly. Exactly. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful that they get to have their own minds again? Have their own hearts, be able to make their own decisions, their own choices from the best they can, and literally have their own lives back. Isn't that's what's about, you know? I love that. I love it. Honestly, I want to see it. I'm actually that's what I'm excited. Like I keep telling people, I'm excited to hear and see the other victims and the other cult members, ex-cult members, how they are experiencing life and how what their views and perspective is on it. Even though we've heard them a lot of times on YouTube and everything like that, there's always another perspective or other things that you can hear within anything else. Like in a documentary, I'm wondering what they're gonna say. Like for instance, Aaron, I love hearing him talk. I wanna know what he said. And Kendra, I love hearing her talk. Love hearing them talk together. Haven't seen them in a while, but yeah, like I would love to hear that. I want to see what Courtney said. I want to know. I want to see what T says because it's a different perspective for T because she's a content creator. You know, all those things. So I'm excited to watch it. And when I watch it, I will probably come back on my YouTube live and do this again with my community, um, growing, evolving together, right? And just basically, you know, do some commentary maybe, or maybe just talk to you guys about it because I might have a lot to say. So I love you guys. Be blissful today. Be happy. Let's see. Yeah, that's beautiful. I'm glad awareness was shared for unknowingly people. Right, for real. That's what it's all about, for real. Um, yeah, I'll talk to you. To see the before then after was good to me. It should have had more. Yeah, 4 episodes. I don't know if it's gonna be enough for me, but we'll see. All right, y'all. I love you guys. I have work to do. All right. Peace, love, and bliss and happiness to everyone in here and everyone in the chat. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys later. Peace. Let's get this going.